here again in Go Kids Asia Academy! I am Teacher Pam, and I am so glad to be here with you this time. Come, let's sing and dance!
Let us know the time by looking at the clock. Let us know the time by looking at the clock. Let us know the time by looking at the clock. It's just easy, come learn with me. Look at the short hand, it tells what hour is it. Look at the long hand, it tells us the minute. Look at the both hands, they tell us what time is it. It's just easy, come learn with me. Let us know the time by looking at the clock. Let us know the time by looking at the clock. Let us know the time by looking at the clock. It's just easy, come learn with me.
Wow! Wonderful singing and dancing! Now, let's go to our lesson, which is about telling time. Here, I will show you the schedule of Jessica from the time she wakes up in the morning and she sleeps in the evening. At 7 o'clock, she wakes up, and at 7:30, she eats her breakfast. At 8 o'clock, she takes a bath. At 9 o'clock, she goes to school. And at exactly 12 o'clock, she eats her lunch. And at 1:30, she does her afternoon nap. While at 3:30, she goes out of her house and play with her friends. At 6 o'clock in the evening, she eats dinner with her family. And at 7 o'clock in the evening, she studies her lessons. At 8 o'clock in the evening, she prepares herself to go to sleep. And at exactly 9 o'clock in the evening, Jessica sleeps. Kids, when we tell time, we tell what part of the day is an activity or an event happens. In the old times, they used the sundial to tell the time. They look at the shadow of the sun and they would tell what time of the day is it. But today, we use our watch or our clock to tell what time is it. Do you want to know how to tell time? Come, let's study these things first. Kids, I want you to remember that there are 24 hours in a day, 12 hours in daytime and 12 hours in nighttime. There are also 60 minutes in 1 hour. And if we look at the clock, we see a short hand and a long hand. We use the short hand to tell what time is it, and we use the long hand to tell the minutes. I also want you to remember that if the long hand is on the number 12, we read it as o'clock. Once again, o'clock. I want you to hear saying it. Good, o'clock. I want to give you a few examples. Look at this picture. Kids, the short hand is on the number 1, while the long hand is on the number 12. So it's 1 o'clock. How about this picture? Correct. It's already 2 o'clock. This one? 3 o'clock. 4 o'clock. Correct. 5 o'clock. Correct. 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and the last one, 12 o'clock. Very good! Now, I want to teach you the clock exercise. Put your hands up in the air. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and 12 o'clock. One more o'clock! Very good! Let's have an activity. I will show you a clock and please tell me what time is it? This picture, what time is it? 11 o'clock! How about this picture? 5 o'clock! Very good! This one? Correct! 9 o'clock! 1 o'clock! What about this one? Good! 10 o'clock! 4 o'clock! This one? 8 o'clock! 2 o'clock! 7 o'clock! This one and the last one? 6 o'clock! Very good! Before we end our lesson today, let's have a short review. How many hours are there in one day? Good! There are 24 hours. How many hours are there in daytime? And how many hours are there in nighttime? What's your answer? There are 12 hours in daytime and another 12 hours in nighttime. Kids, what do we use to tell time? We use our watch or our clock. Kids, please tell me how many minutes are there in 1 hour? Correct! There are 60 minutes. The last question. What do we say if the long hand of the clock is on the number 12? Correct! O'clock! Kids, you did a very good job! I hope to see you in our next lesson. Bye!
It's now the time to say goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. It's now the time to say goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. I had a great time. I'll see you next time. Be safe and take care. Goodbye to you, my friends. It's now the time to say goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. It's now the time to say goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. It's now the time to say goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. I had a great time. I'll see you next time. Be safe and take care. Goodbye to you, my friends. It's now the time to say goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye.